All right, welcome to A Touch of Gray Matter. I'm your host, Dave Sokolowski. I'm here along with Thomas Patrice and Barry 3D Carter. Unfortunately, Zulf Ali is away with some personal issues. Apparently, he's got the clap from somebody. We don't know. We haven't heard the not that clap. No. He's got to go to the doctors and drink a smoothie. We haven't actually confirmed that yet, seeing as he's not here to defend himself. Fuck him. So,
that's just cool.
Another special thanks to Jaybird Digital Arts for making us look so good. We thank you and appreciate everything you do for us, brother. We love your work, and we will definitely be using you forever. So, what's new? What's exciting? Or do we want to continue talking about Zulf's venereal diseases for fun?
3 days later, go see the doctor. Dun, 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 dun. Kumoldi. Okay, no. You know what? So what's new? And it's funny, guys. Let's segue.
Drip it in. Puss it. Yes. Oh, yeah. I remember.
When music was music. Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
When music told the truth about your sexual problems.
Right. When music didn't talk about, how much bling you have and how you're living, that was rap to me. Okay, awesome. Which kind of segues into my topic here. And, I saw a clip the other day and it made me laugh and looked around. So it says, women in Kenya celebrate as government legalizes polygamy. Right? Pretty much. Okay, so we know, polygamy, you can have as many wives as you want, right? And it's not legal in all places in the world, but Kenya finally turned around and legalized it. And they said that they're, I guess from what I was seeing, that the thought process was, it's happening. It was happening before. So if you were in a marriage, just a typical traditional marriage, man, woman, whatever, they would recognize that. If the man had more than one wife, they wouldn't recognize that. They wouldn't have certain rights or benefits that were seen lower than that. But that is the norm over there in Kenya for people that have that mentality to have more than one wife. So it wasn't recognized by the government. So, anything that happened, if the first wife would be able to get, let's say the husband passed away, she would have rights to the estate, so forth like that. But the other wives would be left out in the cold. So now they've turned around and legalized that. So if that husband does pass away, then all the other wives can get a piece of the pie, so to speak. And they finally legalized that. So women are happy about that. But at the same time, what's interesting is, it's not that what they say is a bad thing is they don't have a discussion, meaning that if the husband turns around and he has wife number one, it's not like, oh, honey, I like this girl. We're talking. I'm going to add her to the mix. This will be wife number two. And she's like, okay. No, that husband have wife number one and then, go on something like Tinder and have a conversation and then run down the street, marry wife number two, come back and never tell wife number one. And, she'll never know that he has a second or third or fourth, fifth wife. Hey, live and let live. I know a lot of guys out there is like, man, more than one wife, that would be awesome. Yeah, but are you prepared to have more than one wife? Because that's a lot more, you doing a lot more wrong. I mean, the worst case scenario is one, if they're under the same roof, they're going to gang up on you. Right? If you leave the toilet seat up for one, you leave the toilet seat up for all. That's good luck to that. And I've said this in my stand-up before, women's cycles coordinate. So if you've got more than one female around you, the alpha female might have her cycle on, let's say, the 6th day in a month, but the other ones might be on different days. But since she's the alpha and they all start talking, they all align. And that's a lot of intensity to have on one day with more than one wife coming at you. So are you prepared, son? Are you really prepared? Do you feel lucky?
But it's sort of like they said, the states have legalized weed. Huh? What can we do to? We're going to legalize polygamy. Yeah. As you go anyway. Yeah. Like, that's crazy. What the fuck?
So first of all, I'd like to state that I live in a house with 6 females. My wife, 2 stepdaughters, my daughter, and both dogs are female. So now you know why I have a Harley. Because I need the noise to fucking drown out the sound every once in a while. So, secondly, this whole myth about all the guys that are like, oh yeah, I'd love a threesome, and I definitely want to do this with two women at the same time. You know what? All you're going to do is disappoint both women. So as long as you know that going in, and I don't give a shit who you are, you're going to. Trust me. That's why they start playing together. But I don't understand why the polygamy law is just, well, the husband can have multiple wives. Why can't the wife have multiple husbands? Because I got news for you, and I'm not generalizing. I'm not speaking for all men and everything else. But let's be honest here. There's points and times where your wife may ask you to do something. You'd be like, man, I wish I had somebody else that I could tell to do that.
Good point.
I think the multiple husband scenario is way better than the multiple wife scenario.
Yep. Mm. Yep, I agree with you. Because let's get down to the basic of it. That honey, if there's multiple husbands and one wife, that honey-do list is cut down. Right? That's all it is. Y'all work on a schedule and just work that thing on rotation. You work shifts. And then the best part is when the weekend comes around and, oh man, I wish I had someone to play this multiplayer game here on the Xbox that I just bought the other day. Wait a minute. You get a controller. You get a controller. You get a controller. Let's go.
All of a sudden, he's Oprah with the controllers. And you get a controller. And you get a controller. And you get a controller.
All I'm going to say, Barry, that last statement, are you trying to get all these husbands killed? Because you
man?
damn well know the moment the TV goes on and the PS5 goes on, click, click, click. What are you guys doing down there?
PS5? Man, it must be nice to have money, eh?
No.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
My friend has.
No wonder you can't afford a microphone.
Damn. You see?
And there you have it. Tom got kicked in his balls. Let's rewind that. Watch Tom's eyes go. PS5.
And right there. Oh, that's the moment.
Rewind?
Recoil. But you see, okay, but to your own point, once again, you got all those guys there. They got the voice. They say, what are you guys doing downstairs? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. You're out. Rock, paper, and scissor it, man. You got 30 seconds to figure out who's got to go upstairs. See? That's all it is. And especially, if in Star Trek, if there's a number 1, there's someone that's a number 2. That means someone's passing an order. They call out your name. You are number 1 because you're the first one in that mix. Next thing you know, like, what are you doing downstairs? Number 2, I have a mission for you. Okay, Picard, what is it now? I need you to take the away party, go upstairs and see what she needs. All right, then.
You're on the away team. Go, number 1, go. That's just too funny, man.
No, it's like anything else. You know what? Like, to be honest, whether you're monogamous, polyamorous, single, bi, gay, tri, pan, whatever it is you do, like, I really don't give a rat's ass. Like, honestly. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I don't want to say it. I don't want to sound like, oh, well, you're a dick. But if you don't understand the whole, like, polyamorous, monogamous, bi, gay, pan, tri, trans lifestyles or, life or sexuality, then just shut the fuck up. Okay? If you're happy with the way your situation is and whatnot, and, you're sitting there somehow thinking that, well, this is just the decline of society and this is going to be, this is going to be bad for everybody. Here's a hint, man. It's actually going to do fuck all to your life. It's not going to change anything at all.
Nope.
You're still going to go to bed with the wife. You're still going to wake up with your wife. You're still going to go to your job. You're still going to come home. You're going to have dinner. You're going to watch a fucking couple of episodes of TV. You might have a beer. You might have a drink. You might smoke a little. You might eat a cookie. Doesn't matter. After that, you're going to go to bed with your wife. You're going to wake up with your wife, and the whole fucking thing is going to start over again. Not going to change your life at all.
No, not at all.
So just so everybody's aware, doesn't fucking matter. If that makes these people happy and that's what they want to do and that's what, their mindset is and that's how they are, means absolutely fuck all to your life. They're not going to take away your rights. They're not going to, influence and everything else. Okay? It is what it is. And you're still going to go to bed and wake up and do the exact same shit, and it doesn't fucking matter.
No, it's people who just get too involved in everybody else's business, right? Like your neighbor cuts his grass a certain way. The blade should be facing the sun because you see, at Epic, shut up! Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
It's their yard. Let them have fun. Totally agree, Dave.
Busybodies, but I said it's just funny that I think from a young mentality, you got those guys at home, and like, man, if I had more than one woman, yeah, that would be awesome. It's like, okay, that only looks good by paid professionals. And what I mean by paid professionals, I'm talking that you went on Pornhub, you went down to the video store, you got a movie, and you watched it, and you went, oh yeah, that's how I want to live, man. That's how I want to live. But then, take away those 20 minutes and, the fluffers that are behind the scenes and the multiple camera angles and all that. And then you get into reality of...
the editing.
And the editing, exactly. But then it comes down to this one famous question that I'm sure would probably test any polyamorous, relationship if you got multiple wives. Picture this scenario, as you put it. You go home, sit down in the kitchen, look at your wives. Man, I had a tough day at work. So, what do you guys want to eat? It's the weekend. I want to go.
One's going to McDonald's. One's getting pizza. One's going to Burger King. The other one's going for Chinese. One's going for shawarma.
Well, see, Dave, you're
one of them wants to cook meatloaf.
Half a second, right? You're getting ahead for a second, right? Because it comes down to that other question of like, hey guys, we're going out or we're ordering in. What do you guys feel to eat? And then you're gonna have, well, what I don't know. I don't know what I want. What do you want? Multiply that by 4 or 5 or 6 or even 2.
And you're gonna one of these women.
I remember when he was on his second wife, he was only 220 pounds. He got 3 more now. He's 600 pounds and he can't fit through a fucking door. What happened? Well, they couldn't decide where to eat, so I had to have 6 different dinners every fucking night.
Oh. And is this the best one? It's like, hold on. Aren't you going to eat all that? No, I'm full. You can have the rest of my dinner. Okay. No, I'm full. You can have the rest of my dinner. Okay. No, I'm full. You can have the rest of my... Oh, God. Okay. Someone get my cholesterol pills.
You guys are missing the ultimate point. One of these women is going to be upset when you say, I had a rough day. How was your day? Are you the craziest motherfucker? And never asked that, man. Come in the house, shut up, sit down. And she says, what do you want for dinner? You act like a woman. No, what do you want for dinner? Because I know I love all of you. just don't ask no questions. I made the mistake. You know. What do you want for dinner? I don't know. The minute she says I don't know, just look at the ground. Don't make eye contact. Let it go. Just shut the fuck up. Then you guys are forgetting that you have children involved. Have you ever
I'm
Dave,
guessing,
you above everybody else.
I'm guessing at some point in time, Thomas has received a fucking beating.
Yes.
No, dear. What do you want to eat for dinner?
No. Thomas made the mistake of coming home saying, I had a rough day. What you mean? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be in the basement. Even though the basement's undone, I'm gonna just hang out in the basement.
Lights are
I've been in this basement for years. They built this shit around me, people. Okay. Okay. And when supper comes, Dave, you know what I say? Barry, when supper comes, you know what I say? Leave me the leftovers. I'm good with that. Okay? I don't play.
No, man.
I don't play.
Kind of situation with more than one wife, it's like, what do you want? What do you want? I don't know what I want. What do you want? I don't know. It's like, you know what? You got to treat it like King Kong versus, King Kong movie versus Godzilla or whatever it is, right? Let them fight.
Round 1. And Dave,
you know how much oil you're going to have to buy for that?
2 gallons. About?
And don't get me wrong, you get one of those big Mr. Turtle pools, like a big tub of fucking olive oil, and set up the camera, and you're fucking set. You can monotonize that, not a problem. You will get people sitting there going, "Ooh, I wonder who's fighting tonight." You think AEW is popular? Oh.
So what's going on, man? Okay, well, wife number 1 wants to go to Red Lobster. Wife number 2 wants Montana's. It's on.
You know what I'm saying? And what's wife number 3?
Wife number 3 is a vegetarian.
Yeah, oh, forget it. Oh, God.
She lost the last 2 times, but she's coming for a comeback. She's practicing some moves.
She's a vegan. She can't keep her strength up.
Exactly. She's getting dragged through the fucking oil week after week.
The baby oil is an animal.
She's literally sitting there going, "No, it's not gluten free. It's not gluten free."
Oh yes! That's just too fucking funny because you know what? It's too true. She went
Okay, so what have we established so far? We've established that, you know what? Too much of anything is a bad thing, to be honest with you. So, like, everything's in moderation, including wives. So, for Barry 3D Carter, Thomas Patrice, I'm Dave Sokolowski. Remember, there's a lot of good people out in the world, and if you can't find one, be one.
Woo!
Wow.